In this tutorial, we're going to continue looking at the organizational structure of ByteDeck and how to use tags. We already know from previous tutorials that campaigns are a terrific way of organizing quests in terms of topics. Sometimes when we look at skill sets and competencies, it's a little tougher to keep the quests within the boxes of campaigns. Quests do tend to have several skill sets or competencies underlying their activities. So a quest might have several competencies associated with it. In ByteDeck, tags provides us several ways to visualize and organize quests by competency. We can look at which quests are associated with each of the competencies. And often, a quest will be associated with several. So we see under competency 1, we've got quest 1, but it's also here and here. But I think the most powerful part of using tags is not just the organizational structure, but it's the student experience. Students and instructors can view student progress in terms of competencies. Let's go see what this looks like in ByteDeck. Tags can be found under the admin dropdown right here. Notice that I already have several tags that I've created for this course. I'm using math in this example, but your tags can be anything. They can be aspects of drawing, they can be resume writing, they can pretty much be anything you wish. Let's get organized. First of all, the word tag doesn't do it for me for this particular course. Really, these are competencies. So I'm going to go under Admin, Site Configuration. When I scroll down, I see that I can have a custom name for groups. I can have block or cohort. I can also have a custom name for tag. I'll update. And notice that under admin, it no longer says tags, it says competencies. Let's go there. Now it's very easy to create a new competency. You simply click new. My recommendation at this time is to not use spaces in between the words. Otherwise, some quirky things happen. Let's have a look at how to associate tags to quests. So I'll just go to multiplication facts just so that we're working with something I've already created. And I'll go view details. Notice I already have 2 competencies associated with this particular quest. If I want to add another one, I simply edit. Scroll down to tags and just start typing the competency that I want. There it is, solve problems. And update. So now I have 3 tags associated with that particular quest. And you can see here how easy it is to see which tags are associated with each quest. Since we're on the topic of viewing associations between competencies and quests, let's have a look at other ways of seeing these associations. Let's say that I want to see this the other way around. I want to look at the competency and see which quests are associated with that competency. So I simply go to Admin, Competencies. There they are. And this little icon here allows me to see which quests are associated with which competency. Now let's look at a student profile. I'll go to Students. And let's look at this student right here. We can see which quests the student has completed. But over here on the right, we also see how many XP were earned for each competency. And I can click on one of these competencies to see which quests were actually completed. Over here on the top, we have an available chart, which is very useful because it acts almost like a skills tree. We can see graphically which competency has been really focused on. We can see over here with Estimate Reasonably that we might want to discuss this with the student and say, listen, let's get you to do some more quests that are associated with that competency. When you mouse over the various boxes here, you can see which quest is associated with that particular area of the graph. The student also sees this. I'm now looking at this student's perspective. If I go to Profile, we can see the exact same thing that the teacher could see. It's time for you to play around with tags for your quests. Thanks so much for your attention.